It's the Caleb Lee MTGO Show.
No clear direction on a pack one, pick one. You take some fucking terrible ass goblin. Go to Tarka again. I want to do something different, right? Merfolk is not a deck, no. I think I grabbed Foff here. Not an option for me, Fizzard. Is there a not reanimator graveyard deck? There is, yeah. Green-black isn't really reanimator. They can do like reanimator sub-themes, but they're mostly reanimating or milling for synergies. Like spider spawning and stuff. Howling Mine combos. There's a couple ways of tapping Howling Mine. Well, Wart's a pretty good goblin. You could also take like Firebolt or Delta or something here. And position yourself towards control. Looking at Night's Whisperer. Look at a Nimble Obstructionist. Yeah, I just had the last day wrong, Eric. Looking at Underground River. Look at a Massacre Worm. I'm gonna grab the Worm. Worm's good. You wonder if Merfolk Tribal would be good enough for a Powered Cube. I mean, Powered Cube can be like all kinds of power levels, right? Sucks the way to pick a passive filtered land there. Because the filtered lands are like so good with Cruel Ultimatum. How's the trophy race going? There's a 2 trophy gap between me and the next person. So if I can get another trophy or 2 tonight, I should be in a good spot. Cloud? I don't think you even really get that. No one cares about the M30 cube. Except for me. That's why I'm winning. Ooh. It's nice that commit can be like a counterspell or answer a permanent, you know, it's kind of Venser-esque. I don't really flashback memory often, if ever. You're betting on me being a 2-time CubeCon champ? Oh, I wouldn't do that. Even with a really high win rate, it's extremely unlikely, right? Oh, the last pick, Sunken Ruins? That's so good for me. Nice, really nice pack one. It'd be like betting on somebody to like win a Pro Tour, right? It's, you got a field of like some 300, 400, 500 people or whatever. A lot of good players in there. Yeah, here I'm looking at Dragon Skull Summon Compulsive Research. I really like these draw spells. Make sure you don't just like flood the fuck out. We have Night's Whisper and Fact of Fiction already, but Research would really cement that. Ooh, there's Counterspell. We gotta take the Counterspell. Magister certainly worth splashing. Yeah, exactly, to boom. I would draft me if I was doing like a CubeCon draft where you like draft players or whatever. I don't think that would be a bad pick or whatever. Do I play much Paper Magic or just online? I used to play a lot more Paper Magic. I still play some. Play a paper tournament every month or so. Draft cube with some friends every once in a while. That sort of thing. Yeah, not really my pack, huh? How good is Divination? Like slightly worse than Compulsive Research. Playable. One Fabled Passage, please. I don't love Power Sync, but if we don't end up with enough like early plays, it is like another one of those. You could also take a White Duel here. We have that Wrath. That Wrath splash option. You think it's embarrassing next to Research? I think it is only very slightly worse than Compulsive Research. Certainly better than discarding 2 cards to Research, right? Teferi's really good in some matchups. Thinking about the Mist team, even though it doesn't have any fetchables currently. We're also a little late on win cons, so I ended up grabbing that Decree. Feeling better about the white splash now. Ooh. We still take Watergrave over Magister, right? Magister is really good in these decks. Hard pick. I might just board in Thawing Glaciers in like the slowest matchups. Like if I play a Control Mirror, I might board it in. I'm good about Power Sync so far. I think Illuminator might be a sideboard card versus graveyard decks. I'm gonna grab the Cooligan's Command here. Hope Hydroblast Wheels. It's Pretty good Snapcaster deck. I'm gonna take the land, I think. Yeah, I really like filter lands. Oh, there's a Shark Typhoon. That card rules. We are short on playables. It is pack 3. I just have to take the Typhoon. Yeah, shit. I've liked Fire Ice a lot. I'm gonna take Fellwar Stone over it. Hell yeah, Uber. Plateau would be a nice one. Yeah, basic planes are really awkward to run in your Cruel Ultimatum deck. Probably gonna have to run some here though, The nice thing about our current curve is that we can get away with playing like 19 lands pretty easily. We just never want to miss a land drop ever. So we only actually need like 3 more playables. Yeah, both the duels are good. I kind of like the Persecutor here. Good in some matchups. Been a big fan of Banefire. I feel like we're pretty good on win cons though. That's its real strength, is they can like win the game sometimes if it's not a removal spell. Nice. Nice duels too. We do already have a scrub land for the Bloodstained Mire. Nice. I'm starting to feel really good about our late game. Oh, this card's fine. Like that whole stack is like very hard to beat once you have enough mana. It's gonna be a matter of like, do we get run the fuck over in the early game or not? Well, there's that Hydroblast I wanted. Nice. Yeah, I almost like the finale. Is a way to flashback Cruel Ultimatum. I think I am just going to play 19 lands. That Silent Departure is really not great here. We don't have like discard and stuff except for Cruel Ultimatum. We're not really a tempo deck. But it could just be like the sort of thing we need to not die in the early game. Like bounce a fucking token or something. So let's do the important counts first. We're like base blue. I think we need at least 8 blue sources. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. And black has some triples, but they're not necessary super early. So we can get away with like 8 black too. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And like fetches are getting double counted and stuff too. So it's good, but not good as good as it sounds. Then red here needs at least 6 sources. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like we need another mountain in here. Some of our red cards are like kind of early. And then there's the double red on Cruel. What's our white count at? We do need some doubles. The Wrath is the big concern. Martial Coup is a late game card, so you can get away with like 5 white sources for Martial Coup, but I think the Wrath needs something closer to 7 ideally. 6 would be a stretch, but we'd still jam it. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I'm actually going to cut a plains for mountain. And that'll do her. Iconoclast. I think Silent Departure is better than Iconoclast here. Opponent also took them all. I want to lead on Fabled Passage in case we need to Firebolt something on 2. Then we'll have an untapped red source. It's a little awkward if we top deck Counterspell specifically, but Counterspell doesn't need to be a turn 2 play, right? It's good until the late game. The last 2 decks did not have Cruel Ultimatum in their prints. This was the first one of the day. Yeah, 0 mana Explorer, huh? Pretty good. 0 mana Explorer is like the literal best card in the game, huh? If they printed that card. I guess that's what Time Walk is. Nice. I was kind of hoping for that Ace Piece Craft, but answering Night Pack's pretty important, Tom. We can untap and like protect it with Mystic Stake and stuff. I wonder if they're gonna board Bribery out. Like they get Massacre Worm here. Oh shit, what up? Hey CBT Lemons, thanks for the 43 months. There is indeed a future Caleb, yeah. Wish I had a clean answer to this worm. You cast Nimble Obstructionist at plus a shock, clears the invasion. I don't think you can afford to eat 7 damage here, though. Cyclone Decree always screws me up on Moto. Baldur's Gate 3, Big Ben. One of the issues is now, even if we do find a removal spell for the Massacre Worm, like a sweeper or something, just a really good chance they have a counter for me. Suppose. Throw could be okay too. You can not, Mike. Only I may use my chat for that. Yeah, a lot of answers in the deck, huh? To my own Massacre Worm. Recoil or something. Seems like a sick opener. Ain't it a sin? No second blue source yet. It's not like we need counterspell on 2 though, right? Very few cards worth countering on 2 in this cube. Sylvan Library maybe. Or if you're facing White Weenie, like a 3-1 on 2. Illusions are quiet. I tweaked it a little bit. Is my opponent here? Sure. Almost said 2 cards there and been Departure Firebolt. Almost. God, how good would Departure have been fucking last game, hum? Literal only one win con that mattered there. It's our own Massacre Worm. Frustrating. Could play the Atarkar Wastes there. The scary card here to get resolved would be Garruk Relentless. We don't really give a shit about creatures with this hand. Correct the guy. And I said, sure, okay. Boop, boop, doop, boo, doop, boo, doop. At this point, we just need another land or 2, huh? I don't even really need to kill the wolf because we do have the Wrath here. One more red source, one more black source. And the Magma Opus could be binned to be one of those. I don't want to. I would rather keep it, of course. In case Cruel gets countered. Nice to have a backup. How's everyone's day going? Here at 6:20 on a Wednesday. This was like my start time for a long time. And here I am. I've been live for some hours. Quite tired today. I feel that. The garbage trucks always wake me up early on Wednesday. I always sleep like shit. Nice, salty rutabaga. You want to see someone get one shot by Cruel Ultimatum? That'd be pretty good. Oh yeah, Skeptical Jesus. Schizophrenic ass day, huh? Nice Peacecraft. He's made a killer chicken stir fry. Ooh. I've made a stir fry in a minute. It's so easy and tasty and good. Everyone's just over there, like, flailing around, missing their land drops. It's a very aggressive Wrath of God, but I think it's actually fine. You save the Wrath, you get, like, more card advantage later, but you let them untap with Courser, and, like, it probably draws them at least one card, I fetch the second mountain because we have, like, a lot more black sources in the deck than red. Now, one of any more land gets me to Magma Opus. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Peripheral 1994, thanks for 53 months. Did I know that 53 is the number of years the Grinch had to put up with the Who's Christmas BS? I did not know that. 53 seems like a lot of years. What was the lesson of the Grinch? What was the moral story there? You're supposed to, like, put up with noisy neighbors, actually? What kind of shit is that ass? Yeah, I'm certainly not feeling advantaged. My opponent holding 7 cards over there. But if one of these fuckers resolves, wouldn't that be nice? You think the moral was eating trash is okay to do? Interesting. Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't get that, that reading of the text. The song Do Indeed Fuck. Do Indeed. You know what doesn't fuck? Celibate people. The more you know. They have a spider spawning in the bin. Well, that game went better, huh? They had so many cards there for a while. I was a little worried. Is spider spawning a good enough reason to bring the Massacre Worm back in? We didn't see Bribery that game. Why'd they concede? Because they were dead. They knew we had a Firebolt in our graveyard. Onboard info. I guess I'm just not that worried about it. Got a few other sweepers anyway. You found it weird how Magic the Gathering is a fight to the death? Is that confirmed? That it's a fight to the death? You imagine that life equals 0 equals death? Yeah, but that's not the only way to lose a game of Magic, right? Like, one-player decks, are they dead? Or if one person has that stupid win the game if you have 50 life card. Definitely win the game without killing people. I think a decked player is just, like, done. They're just out of it. They just have a midlife crisis. They're like, I don't want to play anymore. This game sucks. Yeah, they just don't have the spoons. Need to go to the spoon store. Third path a little bit better than Massacre Worm would be here. What's Shahrazad? Shahrazad is just a good time. Fucking party. Shit, Immediately rip 2 more blue sources. Yeah, we need another black source or another red source here before we can cruel. Because the Fellwar Stone can produce black. I think that's a fine one to let resolve. It doesn't block my shitters. The old Chandelar game. Yeah, I never played it. I heard good things. Why don't they remake that shit, huh? Ooh. Isn't it just abandonware? Chandelar? Yeah, but if you were gonna make it, like good and new and stuff for the modern era, you'd still have to have Wizards sign off on the IP usage, right? Still on them there. All right, 7-mana Lava Axe. Let's fucking go. Plus a 1/1. It's not difficult. It just uses a ton of resources. Yeah. I guess my understanding of difficult might be different than some people's. Just like the double Pain Land opener. Nice of them to have a Godless Shrine for me, huh? So we get Invasion on 3, Massacre Worm on 5. These planes are going to make it so they can't cruel on 7, though. Some people do Nanopus. Keep spreadsheets and stuff. Oh, let's just do that. I think it's Wolf Games. For real black source, I would much rather Massacre Worm this board and like let Mangara live by bouncing it. I don't draw black source though. What am I doing? I think I have to Innistrad, kill the. Oh, this costs me 2 life. I mean, that's just not worth. Oh, I could have fucking binned Magma Opus to make sure that I could Massacre Worm. That would have been worth 2 life. Now I've got to, like, Invasion the Mangara or something. Or I guess I still recoil it. And then cycle. I can't do both of those. Shit. I might have fucked up a bit here, huh? Now if I Invasion, I can't bin Magma Opus. Yeah, I definitely should have done that. They'd be at 11. We'd have a Massacre Worm in play. They only have 2 in hand. Now they're going to get a nice meaty hit in. Regret. Now we have to lose some more life to cast our spells. Yeah, I think I'm just dead here. Damn, We're taking 3 here. Cycle Shark Typhoon block. There's like no card I can draw, right? Yeah, man, I'm just gonna concede. Well, I guess it's runner card. So I could hit land plus my X spell that makes X1/1s. And rats the board. Martial Coup. It is crazy how one mistake can snowball, yeah. And just like the fact that we drew 3 pain lands here was pretty brutal. But you're right, it is crazy. Sure. Might have still lost that game, but it would have been a lot closer. Yeah, every pain land in the deck, in our 19 land deck. The good news is Massacre Worm does look great against them. Bounce the clue. Not when you're dying. Can't afford that. Grixis 3-0 trophy. Maybe. We're down a game in the second round. So we need to... I mean, we lost our first game last round, too. We'll see. The game could have been a lot more close if I'd remembered been Magma Opus for a mana or thought about it more. This opener is sweet. I'm gonna go get Watery Grave again. Fellwar Stone on 2. Colors look good. We have Fact of Fiction on 3. No, Dance Man, I don't think so. It's just like a Lightning Rod for removal. The creatures that I'm playing are like, I kind of don't care if they die. And Third Path is just kind of a thing. Chat suggested it during deck building. I would be playing it if I wanted it. It was good against my round 1 opponent, but they were also like really light on actual removal, right? They had to like warp their turns around, bouncing it and stuff. Really off game plan in our like triple sweeper deck. Was hoping to Foff this turn. We literally couldn't cast it, Smoke and Bacon. Just died. My boss. Good divination and hold up counterspell here. I think I just want to Foff. Am I my own boss? I certainly am. I'm pretty mad about it too. Keep cutting my hours. Think I might have a talk with myself. Looks like a fun one to split up, huh? Wish you what up? Hey, JR the Great, thanks for the 20 months. Could float, cycle to make a 1/1, recast it. Could also just cycle to make 2 1/1s and trade with their spirit tokens here. Or I could counter. Oh, they deck equals 2. I'm glad I didn't float and try and cycle into it. Hello. Well, that sucked. My decision to counter there ended up being pretty important. Well, we can still Divination into a Wrath, I guess, as our out here. Can't play the Cruel because we don't have 2 red. Opus is crazy. Opus is nuts. Opus would be nuts here if we had 1 more mana. But instead, we are looking like we're dead on board unless we draw into something off this Divination. I just shouldn't have cycled. Shouldn't have cycled the Decree. Like this turn, I could have taken 1 more damage. We had 7, and then this turn I could cycle a Decree for 4, block all of their board, be totally fine. Untap, play Magma Opus or Cruel or whatever we want to do. Well. Oh yeah, Luca. Looks like an instant to me. Ignore you? Way ahead of you. Oh, Cruel's not a fucking instant. Damn it. Should have put the Sulphur Springs out. Right now I can't Silent Departure plus Cruel Ultimatum. Looks like that's not going to matter. Did I do 2 red? Suppose this is worth. I think it's still better to save and try and bounce Mirror Crusader with the next turn. Crazy that we haven't been able to counterspell something this game, huh? They discarded the Mirror Crusader? I guess they did. This draw step's gonna be kind of cool. As good as recoil gets. Because they can't discard the token. So we're making them discard whatever their draw is for the turn. Looks like we're going to game 3, folks. All right, game 3 on the draw. All right, I'll bring in the damn Iconoclast. Obstructionist was good that game too. Aether Anthem 01. I saw my mana's not too painful this game. Here on the draw. Hope my spells line up well. Hey, Schwab to blow 2. Thanks to 66 months. Some quality nonsense. Yeah, some real quality shit going on. There's so many ways that you would have lost that game. I mean, I almost fucking lost that game. I forgot that Myron could get a white source in this deck. It's the only one though, right? It's nice damage. I'm gonna take 7 down to 5 here. If they want to pump figure. Pretty sure I'm supposed to eat pest again. I'm not like super confident. Yeah, we could use the Wrath, or we could use that Firebolt on. Play Iconoclast, just like bolt something. Chet will yell at me if I don't attack first. Just that point of damage. Silent Decree is tempting. I think I want to chill on it as long as possible, though. Clothing's Command can't hit the Mirror Crusade. It's got pro, both those colors. Well, just pro black, but you get what I mean. It does not, Mana Works. Pro green and black. Third path could block. Kind of want to rush me making angels here. That's what I was thinking, Angara, nice. Yeah, right, Daboon. Doesn't happen too often. Usually drawing a card's pretty good. Saving this to bounce the Exalted Angel next turn, also an option. Probably a better option. Nice. Whew. Whew. Sorry for blowing on my mic there. Those were some fucking scary games. I don't think I played them perfect either. But I did play them good enough. I don't think you can mull this without knowing the matchup, right? Got this Night's Whisper here. And the Wrath of God really bailed me the fuck out the last match. No one drop, love to see it. I think it's a lot better to lead on Sanctum instead of Swamp here. Then next turn I can play the Island, Night's Whisper, and if we find like Counterspell, then we're only one blue source away from playing it, right? Whereas if you go Swamp into Sanctum or what have you, you just have fewer colors down, right? And your Counterspell Wrath of God Masker Worm deck. So this is going to make us discard, and that's totally fine. I don't know what I want to discard here. I think Firebolt. Keep our lane drops for now. How's it going tonight? Pretty well, because we went 1 and 2 with the blue-red spells deck that just kind of got, I didn't fucking knew that was going to happen when I binned Bolt, but we do have Masker Worm at some point. What was I saying? Yeah, we went 2 and 1 with the blue-red spells deck where we just like got creature flooded a lot and didn't really do our thing. And then we went, or I'm sorry, we went 1 and 2 with that deck, and then we went 2 and 1 with a Naya mid-range deck that I thought was very good. And we just got like Acidic Slime Dow one match. Like we killed it and they regrew it, and then we drew our Graveyard Hate, and then they blinked it a bunch, and it was crazy. We like played like 3 or 4 ramp spells and still like couldn't play our things. Very frustrating. And then this is our finals. This is our first finals of the evening. That's fucking terrible for me. We can answer it. It's just like really painful to do so, right? Yeah, I don't love my spot here. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is out tomorrow for me. Just jump in with the soldier tokens, maybe better. Yeah, I think it would have been better. We're down to 8. That stupid dragon's gonna kill me without them even needing to attack with it. I just have a bunch of bounce and stuff. Gonna be one of them games. Next turn I can make a 4/4, and then they just like cast something and kill me. Yeah. They're so excited. Well met. Well, Hydroblast gets to come in at least. We have not won a game 1 with this deck, by the way. Has not happened. Not what this deck's about. Winning game 1s. Power and toughness equal to its graveyard. Your activist boyfriend. Both players' graveyards combined. You believe Lord of Extinction's on Arena? It is. Is Relic Progenitus on Arena? Pongify? I mean, if you Pongify their creature and die to a 3/3, it's not really much better. Especially with that dragon in particular, right? Take 3 damage, give them a 3/3. Oh, I'm shocking. That's a good point. Yeah, if you lose game 1, you'll always be on the play in game 2, and then you'll have momentum for game 3. Having momentum in Magic the Gathering cannot be understated how important that is. How do you split this, chat? I think I do Cruel Ultimatum, Shattered Sanctum versus the other three. 5-0. Yeah, I've went off a 5-0 split before. It was due to time constraints. It was a 0-second Fact or Fiction split, and then I ended up winning with 0 seconds on the clock, which I thought was mighty impressive. Just need another red source here. This is so much better than hitting it once it's already in play. So tempting to cast it and then just like flashback memory next turn. Twitch clip's gone forever. The Twitch clip is on YouTube, compressed within a highlight thing I did. I'm not gonna be blocking here. Wonder if I should have done it for less than this. Yeah, when the clips got wiped from Twitch, I saved all the ones with the most views. Those are in a YouTube compilation. Just gotta rip a red source, indeed. I was hoping they'd be like a Hornet Queen style deck where Massacre Worm is really good. Doesn't appear to be the case. I could see it coming out. I know we have a red source for Cruel next turn. Yeah, D-Spark, the issue with the divination was that we don't hit a land, and you don't hit a removal spell, and then you're staring at your like Silent Departure with your 4 lands, and just like hoping you don't die to terror again. That was the tension when in casting that divination. But we hit, so go us. Sure, D-Spark, for sure. Oh, good, Snow Crash. Yeah, thanks for letting us know. Kind of feels like we're going to game 3 here, huh? Kind of don't want to show the Massacre Worm. I've seen Eternal Witness and Scoot Swarm now. I was thinking about cutting the Massacre Worm, and I'm just like, not ever have seen that fucking card. Oh man. Swarm me, daddy. What do y'all think about this hand? No blue mana, no red mana. I think this is a mull, actually. If one of these was like actual Wrath of God, I'd be into it. But they're super not, right? Like, Invasion's good to have in the opener. Sure. Do it like that. No black mana in this opener is rough, but, I mean, Firebolt can at least kill a 2-drop into our draw spell. Let's get a lead on the island here. Because we could top deck counter spell. I want to play that on too. Hold it up. And now you want to play the mountain. That way we draw a red source. We have Kolaghan's Command. When you're playing out your lands, you always want to be thinking about potential draws. So you don't missequence. Screw yourself with your lane drops. Hermit Druid's good, but it's like the Fiend Artisan gets a lot better if you kill other creatures first, right? Or this Hermit Druid's always going to be that size. Build a Mother Bear, interesting. I think Hermit Druid's the best green 2-drop? Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, people play Oath in Vintage. Priest of Titania, yeah, it's a sick one. I like sorcery speeding Fact or Fiction sometimes, because it makes it look like you need the lands for your land drop. And it can impact how people split the FOF. I don't know here. So next turn we're only going to be cycling Decree for 4. If we get the top pile, the Scrubland gives us another black source and another white source, which is nice. And then we can Silent Departure a bear here. I think that's totally good, actually. I don't think I would take that pile if I didn't have Compulsive Research in my hand, though. I think I would go the other way with it. The cool thing about the other pile is that you could have Power Sync up on this turn. So they're trying to tap out for some 7-drop, and you got them covered. But yeah, the second white source is necessary for several of our sweepers. And then the third black source is good for Massacre Worm and... Got a little bit of time here. That's why I'm not firing off the coup. Less time than I thought. That's 10 damage. I'm at 14. I'm going to 4. They Banefire me. I'm going to be upset. So much regret right now. Not just firing off the Martial Coup. Because I can jump a 7/7 Cloud Thresher for forever, you know? It puts me to 1. Oh my god. Silly me thinking I'm safe at 16 life versus 3 power. God damn it. Like, the one way for me to lose that game is not cast Martial Coup, I guess. Oh well. Well met, hum. Greedly? I don't even think that's greed. I think it's like...